Hey YouTube, so it was recently asked of me to do a 4x4 Rubik's Cube tutorial, so that's what this video is going to be. Now, I've already mixed the cube. Normally I would mix it with you, but I've already mixed it just because I wanted to jump right into this. The first thing that I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to rebuild your centerpieces on the 4x4, because as you can see, you have no fixed center. So what you want to do is you want to find two of these little white centerpieces, which I have one right here and one right here. And you're going to line them up to form a 1x2 bar, like that. Okay? Now you're going to keep kind of that up on top because that's where your white's going to be. And you want to find your other two, build a 1x2 bar, and then put them next to the other one to form a 2x2 little box. And that's your center. So that's your white. Now we all know that yellow is directly across from white, so we're going to go ahead and do yellow next. So the first thing I always do is I try to make a bar in these middle layers, and then I want to find where I'm going to put the bar in the top layer where yellow would be. I'm going to bring that down like that, put the bar into the spot, and then put it back up. That way you can put the piece into the right layer without messing with your white center. Because if you were to just put it up like normal, you would mess up your white center, which you can see it would separate things, and you don't want to do that. Give me a second to fix this. Okay, so now that you have one up, you want to build your other 1x2 bar, which should be pretty simple. You just don't turn the top at all, really. I mean, you can turn the top, you just don't mess with the pieces up there. And then you're going to want to put the bar, which I just built right here, below your other one, which is right here. That way you can pull down this spot, put the bar in place, and put it back up. So now you have two centers done. Now with white on top, most cubes will be white on top, red in front, and blue to the right. But mine is white on top, green in front, or red in front, and green to the right. So I'm going to be doing it that way. Do it however your cube is oriented. If you need help, bring up a white corner, just so you can kind of see the layout, like that. See, white, blue, and red. That way you kind of know the layout. And building your first middle center is pretty simple because you can kind of freely turn pieces. You don't have to worry about anything. See, so red is done. Now I'm going to do green, which I already have a bar in the right spot, so I'm going to want to build another one. Now with this, you're doing a lot of those bringing down where it goes and putting it in place movements, because you don't want to mess up the centers that you've already built. And my centers are done. Okay, so that's that. That's the centers, which as you can see, they're all done. If you guys have any questions, if I wasn't clear enough, please feel free to post them in the comments below. And I will do them in a question and answers video after this one. I'll answer any questions that you guys have about it. The next thing we're going to want to do is we want to pair our edges. Okay, because as you can see, we don't have any solid edges. I mean, we have one. But that's kind of our goal right there. You want to pair our edges next to each other, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find an edge. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do blue and red since I already know where they are. And you want to set them up where one is up top, like, this, and one is on bottom, like this. And what you're going to do is a really simple movement. You're going to move the top one over to the bottom one, put the top one, or put the whole thing up in the top layer, move over an unsolved edge or a broken edge, put it back down, and then line back up your centers. And what that does is that builds your edge, or your dedge, without messing up your centerpieces. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to find another one, and it's an intense rinse and repeat cycle. So you go ahead and you go through and you do all your edges or dedges, whatever you choose to call them, that way. And when you're all done with that, almost every single time you'll run into a final edge, and a lot of people call it a parity. It kind of is a parity, which makes the cube temporarily unsolvable due to the fact that there's no fixed centerpiece. And it's fairly simple to fix. It's an easy one to fix with this cube, and I will have the algorithm in the description. Give me a second here. I will have the algorithm to fix that particular parity, as well as any other parities, and any other algorithms you may need. other than 3x3. I will not be putting any 3x3 algorithms, because if you are looking at this tutorial, I would at least assume you know how to solve a 3x3. So I will not be putting any 3x3 algorithms. I will, however, do any parity algorithms or any algorithms you may or may not need. Yeah, see, I'm at the final edge now. So what happens is you get these two edges that need to be fixed. You want to line them up directly across from each other like that, and then you're going to apply the algorithm, which, as I said, will be in the description. So I'm not going to go over it right now. Actually, yeah, I will, just because, hold on a second, let me undo it. Okay, so when you have it like this, you want to have the two facing you. Now, I'm a little backwards because of the way my camera's set up, so I apologize. But you want to have them facing you, and what you're going to do is, you're going to do a little D turn, which is essentially that middle, this layer right here. That's a little D, okay? So you're going to do a little D, a big R, or right, the top, right inverted, front, right inverted, front inverted, right, D, little d inverted. And that fixes it, okay? And again, that'll be in the description with any other algorithms. Now the next thing you're going to do is solve the cube as a 3x3, because now that you have all your edges and stuff built, it should solve just like a 3x3. So next thing I want to do is put my corners in place. Now I'm using the beginner's method just because I'm sure most of you, that's what you guys use. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not a very speed efficient method. It's a very slow method. But that's alright. I'm going to use it just so it's familiar moves to you guys, so you guys kind of see what's going on here. Doing middle layers. Looks like, yeah. Okay, so I've ran into a parity, and it is a single edge parity. And basically, it's this final edge just won't flip. And now, as we all know from a 3x3, that's impossible. That would never happen. So with that edge facing you, you're going to do this algorithm. It's middle R2, or little r2, back 2, top 2, little L1, top 2, little r prime, top 2, little r, top 2, front 2, little r, front 2, little L prime, back 2, little r2. And that fixes it, okay? And then from there, you just continue solving like nothing was wrong. Sorry, I just turned up blank. I'm probably using a little bit different of a method than you guys do, so just bear with me. And there you go. The cube would be solved now. Now, another parity you could run into is a double edge parity, which is essentially where two of your edge pieces are unsolved. Again, the algorithm will be in the description if you ever run into it. You just apply the algorithm and it should correct it, and you should be able to continue solving if it doesn't solve the cube. Also, if you're solving with an edges first method, you could run into a couple of corner parities. Typically, the edge parity algorithms will fix that. So all that will be in the description. I'll list any links to pages I've used that might help you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave any comments, suggestions, questions in the comments below, and I will do what I can to answer them. Thanks, guys. Bye.